Hi everyone! Thanks for coming to my channel to watch the cooking of the flan. I am making flan today, and this is my first time actually ever making this. And I've watched a few videos on YouTube, and I'm not following any one specific video because they all call for different amounts of eggs, and I just really didn't know exactly which one to do. So I'm going to make this my own and add a odd amount of eggs. Most people were adding 4, some were adding 5, some were adding 6. So I'm going to try, and then different things. Some people were adding full eggs, some people were doing just egg yolks. So I'm going to try 4 eggs and 4 egg yolks. I already separated everything. You didn't need to see all that messy stuff on camera. And so I'm using vanilla. You can use pure vanilla extract. I happen to have the cheap kind because I can't afford pure vanilla extract. And a can of sweetened condensed milk and a can of evaporated milk. And they are standard in size, 14 ounce and 12 ounce. And you're just going to mix them all together and whisk it or blend it with a hand mixer, whatever one you want to use. I'm going to use both. And then we're going to get it all together. And for the caramel cream, you want to put your sugar in a warm pan on medium-high heat. And see, mine's already starting to cook. You got to put it on medium-high heat, and you want to get that sugar brown. It takes about 10 minutes or so. That's why I already started the process. And then I decided, oh, let me take a video. And I'm going to be putting them in these dishes right here that I've already sprayed with some cooking spray. And they're sitting in this dish right here with we're going to put some water in here and make it a bain-marie, it's called. And somebody's calling me on my phone if you hear that in the background. So anyway, so you can put some hot water in here, and you're going to cook it in the oven at preheated oven at 350 degrees, and for about 40 minutes until it sets. And then you're going to refrigerate it for what, 4 hours, 3 hours until it's set, and we'll show you how that all turns out. Okay. Okay, we're back. So I'm going to do the eggs now with do the whole egg custard mixture. Already got some eggs in here, already 4 eggs. I'm going to throw the egg yolks in there. Can you see the egg yolks going in? Oh boy, one of them cracked in there. Let me get that out. Get it all out. You want all that good egg custard. Alright. And kind of mix it just a little bit so it's easier before you actually put all the rest of the ingredients in. Alright, a whole can of sweetened condensed milk, and boy oh boy, that is going to be good. Use your rubber spatula, or if you don't have a rubber spatula, then you can use a regular spoon to get all that stuff out. But good old trusty rubber spatula will get every bit of that out of the can. You don't want to leave any of that in there because it's good. That's some expensive stuff. $2.50 a can. I couldn't believe when I seen that it was $2.50 a can. But I seen this can sitting on the high shelf, and it was in Spanish. La Lechera by Nestle. And ooh, taste that. You know that's good. I used to do that when I was younger. My mom used to always let us lick the spoon. He's making faces. He's making faces. You don't know, this is really good. Want to taste it? Okay. So we got the can, and now we're going to put the carnation milk in there. You go a little slower because that's going to splash. Oh my god, this is going to be so good. I can't wait to. This is my first time making this. Alright, most recipes are calling for 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, but since I have the cheap stuff, I'm going to go for 2 tablespoons just to be on the safe side, you know. I have the imitation vanilla extract. Come on, you can't do it. Oh, darn it. That's what won't happen. Yeah, you want to come over here and see what you don't want to happen. I forgot that I had the caramel on the stove. See, I was over there showing you. Ooh, I hope I didn't burn it.
Well,
it looks really dark.
If you did, you just made toffee instead of caramel.
Alright, well, it's the first time making it, so don't forget that you have sugar cooking on the stove. See, I forgot I had that. I'm going to stir it a little bit, and I took it off the heat because it's really dark, and I know it's supposed to be dark, and I've never... Okay, so, I don't know, it looks pretty brown, but it's my first time, and it's just Phil and I who are going to be eating it because, you know, we're going to be the guinea pigs in the first batch of flan and figure it all out. But see, I took it off the heat, but I'm going to put it back on the heat again because it is getting thick again. But it looks like I've got some pieces in there that when I was stirring I probably shouldn't have stirred, and those like crystallize and they don't look like they're melted or they're gonna melt. I don't know. So I'm just going to stir it now because we're already at that point. Do you think those are going to stir? I mean, those are going to melt?
They should.
Ooh, look at that.
Then we can pick them out.
Pick them out? There's a lot of them in there. Oh, gross. Don't say that. Anyway, I'm going to let that sit a little bit. Maybe it'll melt while it's sitting. But I turned the heat off. And be really careful because this is really hot and you do not want to burn yourself. So back to this mixture.
Don't burn me!
Where are you going? I do not like body shots, and you knew that. Okay? Keep it focused on the food, not on the body. Alright, that looks pretty good, but I really want to mix it. Don't do that. Nobody wants to have a shaky camera. I'm going to mix it with the mixer because it'll incorporate a lot better. And you want to make sure it's mixed really well because you don't want to have any egg white. You don't want to have any egg white in your custard. That will look really gross. Okay, so we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to put the caramel in there and, well, let me use the big one first. Pour it in there. Let's do it a little quicker because as soon as it hits the... Whoa, that's too much. As soon as it hits the thing there, it's going to start getting hot. And I put an extra one here because I seen that I had too much caramel, even though it probably would be good to have a lot of caramel. I like a lot of caramel. See, it's already getting thick. It's already hardening. I think that's plenty. Oh, and by the way, some of those pieces did not melt, so I'm just throwing them in there, and however they come out is how they're going to come out. Okay, that's plenty of caramel. I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. These strings of caramel. What are we making, toffee here? Mm-hmm. Wow, do you see that?
Yep.
This is so seriously hot and dangerous, so please be careful if you're going to do this. And look at that, like a string of caramel. It's stuck to my chin. Alright, so this is the first time I'm making this, so whatever. We're just going to make the best of it. That one has a lot of chunks in it. And so our egg mixture's ready. Okay, so I'm going to ladle it in because I think it would be easier than pouring. I don't know, I'm afraid I'm going to pour it. I'm going to make a mess. Individual servings right here. A tiny bit. I'm just going to, since I already have this one already poured, I'm going to do this. This one's going to be our experimental one. This one's not going to make it into the to the bath. To the water bath. This one is going to be nice and thick. Let's do a little bit. Alright. Let's go for it. Alright, and now the water bath. You wanna, or maybe I should have put it in before. Hold on. I don't want to make a mistake and get actual water in the custard. So I'm gonna just pour the water in right now. And pour it away from you so you don't burn yourself. That looks about halfway. Let's see. I could use a little bit more. And this is so it doesn't burn it. You're going to kind of steam your custard. I wish I had enough room to put the other one in there, but I don't. Seriously don't. That's okay. We're going to experiment. This one's going to go straight into the oven because I actually have seen a recipe like that where it goes straight in the oven. The only thing is it's going to get more browned on the top. It's just going to be a more brown version. And that's it. Put it in the oven for 40 minutes. And then afterwards you let it cool for probably about a half hour at room temperature. And let it cool. And then then you put it in the fridge. After it cools on the counter or a wire rack or anything, at room temperature for about a half hour or maybe an hour. Then put it in the fridge for about 3 to 4 or 5 hours. You can even put it in overnight, but never more than 24 hours because the longer you keep it in the refrigerator, the more liquidy the caramel is going to get. So let's see how it turned out. Okay. Okay, at the request of Phil the cameraman, he wants to add some hot pepper to the experimental flan.
Cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper.
Mmm.
Well, the dollar version.
Yummy. It's still hot.
Yeah, it is hot. Okay, so we're going to add that in here. I don't know how much you want. You tell me when.
A little bit more. That's good. That's good.
That's enough? Yeah?
Yeah, that's good.
Just make it different. And stir it lightly because you have the caramel on the bottom. I don't suspect anybody's going to try this. I don't know if anybody else is going to want to try this. Hey, the caramel is actually hard and I just feel it on the bottom. Don't have to worry about it. Ooh, that's probably going to taste pretty interesting. I was thinking about doing that with the cinnamon, but I know you're not really a huge fan of cinnamon. So we're just going to do it normal-wise. Alright, now we're going to put that in the oven with the other one and try this experimental thing out. See how it comes out. I hope that'll work good because it's not that far in. Alright. There we go. Okay, so this is the finished product out of the oven. Not actually plated. We'll show you that in a little while. After it's cooled off at room temperature. Ow, that's a little hot still. I took them out of the oven a few minutes ago. Look at these. These are going to come out really super easy. These little individual ones. See if it's just jiggly. You can see that? Ooh, look at all the caramel coming out already. This is the experimental one that I did with the cayenne pepper. And you can see that it looks quite different than the other ones because these are the ones that were in the bain-marie, which is the water bath. And this is the one that did not make it to the water. This one just got baked by itself. So the crust is a little bit more firmer, a little bit more almost, you know, egg texture kind of. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But that one doesn't jiggle like this one does. And so you let them sit at room temperature and then refrigerate them for about 3 or 4 hours or overnight. And unless you can't wait. Like these, I would guess these can wait like 2 hours, seriously, I think. Because they're real tiny, they're small. It doesn't really take that much time. And as you can see, I inserted the knife into them a couple of times to check the doneness. Because at 40 minutes wasn't done. At 40 minutes it wasn't ready, it was still a little wet, and then so I cooked it for an extra 15 minutes and I checked it again. Well, actually another 10 minutes and I checked it again, and then I kept it in there. I took these two out and left this one in for an extra 10 minutes. So this one was in for an hour. This one cooked in 40 minutes actually, 45 minutes. These cooked in 50. So in a little bit you'll see the plated version, the finished version, the pretty version. So now you have to, it's been chilled for about an hour and a half, I don't know, maybe 2 hours it's been. This is really already good, but you're supposed to do this to the side, and as you can see it's already loose enough, you really don't need to do it, but you're supposed to do this around the side of the container you cooked it in to make sure it's not stuck, but I can see that it's not stuck already. And then you take the plate, let's do the small one first, invert it over the thing, and then you got to do it really quick. It might get messy, I don't know, but you got to do it really quick and invert the plate over quickly. Ta-da! And let's see our finished product. Let's do this one too. Ooh. Ooh, you can see the caramel already oozing out. Ooh, that one's a little stuck, I think. No, it's not. I'm just not holding it right. Ooh, look how pretty. It was a lot of caramel left on the bottom. I guess it got too cold or too hard. I wonder if we can scrape that out. Let's see. Oh no, that's stuck there. Well, that's going to be fun trying to get out. I guess I made too much caramel, because that's pretty hard and stuck in there. But look at the pretty product. Wow, that looks awesome. That looks really good. I love it, a lot of caramel. I'm going to cut into it. Ooh, it's nice and thick and ready. Let's see. You whispering it. You could have said it louder.
That's what she said.
Look how yummy that is. Look at that. You see that? Get up close in there. That looks really good. All the way through. Now let's try it. Here, I'll let you try it first. How is it?
That's good.
Alright, my turn. That's really good. Well, that's the smaller version of it, and I'm not going to do the bigger version because it's not ready. Well, I might do it later, but right now this is ready because it's smaller and it was faster to chill. Alright, well, thanks. Just scraping the sides. Make sure that it's not stuck. Just like I did to the other one. Ooh, this one might get messy. It's not completely flat. Oh. 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 Got angry at me. Ooh, look at that. How pretty. Well, the caramel stuck to the bottom again. I guess I put too much caramel. And that is it. See how nice that slices up. Ooh, look at that. That looks yummy. And that, my friends, is my first flan. My first creme caramel. It looks delicious and it is delicious. Thanks for watching.